That's which we should focus on. Youth empowerment is very important in my view. Women leadership. Of course, as a woman, I can say, or maybe I think everybody will agree with me here. All my line friends and leaders, that women leadership is very important for every organization. Skill development, environmental sustainability, mental health awareness, digital literacy, and education. These things are the core areas where we need to work on. Growth in linism is not only about the numbers, it is also about leadership development. Every line should strive to grow as a compassionate leader who inspire others through action, humility, and dedication. Strong fellowship is another pillar of growth. When members feel connected, respected, and valued, clubs become stronger and more united. Linism is not only organization of service, it is a family built on friendship and humanity. We must also embrace innovation. The time has come for innovation. If we want to involve young members, we need to have innovation and technology. The younger generation connects through digital platforms. We're also connecting through today digital platform only, like a virtual platform, and modern communication. If we wish to remain relevant and impactful in the coming years, we must adapt while preserving the beautiful traditions and values of Linism. Through Lions Club International Foundation, I got so much of opportunity to serve. I think if I'm blessed from God, I'm blessed to join LCIF. The best platform, we can think out of the box, we can go globally, we can do service globally, and we can spread our wings all over the world and the Lions across the globe. They're so much passionate because I've been traveling quite a bit in these 2 months. As you must have heard that I went to Taipei, Taiwan, then I went to Nairobi, Kenya, and Uganda and all for the projects and all. So I have seen the Lions so much passionate there. They're doing so much service there also. So it is inspiration for me also when I go to visit any place out of India, that I also then come back, get a lot of inspiration, and I am always charged up with them when I come back here and want to do more and more. Through Lions International Foundation, across the world, we are transforming millions of lives. Every contribution, every service activity, and every act of kindness adds to this global mission of humanity. What is act of kindness? Even a food given to one person is act of kindness. Even cloth given to one person who has no clothes, it is act of kindness. Given a shelter to a person, act of kindness. It doesn't mean that we need to do so much. If every line across the globe, all over the world, takes this pledge that I am going to daily feed one person, I'll give cloth to one person, I'll try to give shelter to one person, I think the world will be a better place to live in. So these things are very important for all of us together. Another inspiring thought by Peter Drucker reminds us the greatest danger in times of change is not to change. We need to change. We have to become change makers. Unless we change, we can't go with the modern times. We can't go with even our children. They're looking forward to so many changes in us also. So I think the time has come to involve youth people like Leos. We should encourage them to become more lions so that we can have some Leos coming in as lions. They have experience as Leos also, and some new youth also who are competent enough to grace our Lions International Foundation. Friends, Lionism has always stood for vision. We all know vision, we are known for vision. Compassion, as I told, and leadership. Let us therefore continue to grow. Unless we grow, we can't think of spreading our wings all over the world. We can't think of spreading our service areas. We have to grow in membership. We have to grow in fellowship. We have to grow in leadership and in service, which is my core area. And most importantly, in humanity. You have to do a lot of humanitarian works, serve the humanity. I think we are blessed from God that God has given us the opportunity to serve. So many people have money, but they can't give. They don't have the power to give. That is a power God has given us, whether we can give small or big, but that power is very important to be within us. So we are so lucky. All lions, I'll talk to all lions. I'll give credit to all the lions who are watching me or who are listening to me, that you all are great. You are doing somewhere or the other, even small or bigger, some humanitarian service to the society. Because when lions grow, community prosper and humanity flourishes. So let us move forward together. with renewed energy, stronger unity, and greater commitment to service. Before I conclude, I would like to open up this 69th SkillUP seminar today, webinar. So nagaRAJU, many, many congratulations for that to you. And thank you so much for the opportunity given to me. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, PID Arunaji. I think every word that you speak is always a wonderful source of inspiration to us. And you speak with passion, and the way you have motivated us to work more, do more, and little acts of kindness, like you said, create a heaven on earth. And that's what you have emphasized. And I'm sure every one of us will follow in the footsteps of our chief guest today. Thank you very much for focusing on the future prospects of the global focus areas, and also thank you for motivating us. And we watch you on Facebook and other media, and every day you are traveling somewhere, every day you've been doing some big projects, unbelievably huge, very, 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 very massive projects. And I think your presence behind them, presence everywhere, your support for each of these massive projects can be felt by everybody, and you have transformed every person that you have known, and especially with the kind of money that you've given, the time that you've given, and the huge compassion that you've shown. I think the world is certainly a brighter, happier place because of you. Thank you very much for coming and spending time with us this evening.
nagaRAJU, just 1 minute. I would like to repeat those lines which you were talking about heaven. Just very small lines I would like to say.
Please.
It is not important to go to heaven after we leave. It is not important to go to heaven after we leave. It is important to create heaven on this earth before we leave. Thank you so much.
So it's important for all of us to create a heaven here with the good deeds that we can, with the little money that we can spend. Arunaji has rightly said that it's not always a very, very massive, big thing for everybody. Even the little things that we do can create a heaven here. Thank you very much once again. So let's move on to the presentation part of it. Today we have a medical doctor, Dr. Mudassir here. And Dr. Mudassir is a consultant physician. And he also, like our chief guest, has been a very, very aligned for a very long time. I think since 1986 he has been a member. That's quite a long time indeed. He served as a district governor, and then when he was district governor, I was told that I think long ago, more than maybe roughly about 5 or 10 years ago, I'm not sure. So he motivated projects worth about nearly 12 crores in his district. I think that's very, very massive for any district governor to achieve. And he was instrumental in getting a huge grant from LCIF for a junior college that was about 60, 70 lakhs, with which the school has got whatever it needed. And he received a CSR support for this Sumitomo Chemical India Limited for a solar power project, which benefited 12 to 13 villages. So the whole village was electrified with solar energy because of the efforts that he made by coordinating with a big company with its CSR projects. I think instead of telling more about Dr. Mudassir, it's better to ask him to speak to us. Like Arunaji has already pointed out the importance of growing, how membership growth is extremely important for us at this point of time, and achieving 1.5 million members is one of the targets. Like Arunaji has also told us why we need more members. So Mudassirji, it's your time to tell us why we should grow and what happens if we don't grow.
Thank you, Lion nagaRAJU, first of all, for the wonderful introduction, and also for giving this opportunity, the 69th episode. It's been like almost like a triple century in a test match in cricket, I think, and you go on and go on, really impressive. And I have to thank our chief guest, past international director, Lion Arunaji Oswal, and really such a privilege to have you here, Arunaji. And I've been knowing Arunaji when I was not even in the club leadership, and she was our district governor, and she has grown up the stage. And the moment when she announced, when we came to know that she is the biggest donor in LCIF, and that too from that time in our district and then in our multiple. My goodness, it was such a wonderful. And thank you, Arunaji. Really, thank you very much for. She didn't take just one message. In fact, honestly, I didn't even call her without that to disturb her. Just a message was enough for her to accept her, and such a prayer and such a wonderful introduction you have given to the topic today. I thank nagaRAJU sir for this excellent topic, which is, I think, at the core of every Lion leader at the moment, and definitely our international president, Lion AP Singh, another proud moment for us since he's an Indian, this has been the focus of his year as far as over the last 3 years or 4 years, Mission 1.5. And I think so. This topic is very important to grow. We must or we perish. I'll just start my screen sharing. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So grow, we must or perish. I think growth it's not only optional, I'll say. It is 100% important. Think of a plant. From a seed, it starts growing, and from a seed, it goes into a plant and into a big tree. And the bigger it grows, the more it is able to help humanity, whether it is in the form of shade, whether in the form of fruits, whether it is in form of giving shade to others. Think of a river. It starts like a small stream, but as more and more streams join, it forms a big river. And I think a lot of civilizations in the history of the world have survived because of rivers. And even today, even like what Arunaji said about the solar water pumping, it is next to a flowing river that we can use the water which is flowing and pump it to the villages. So growth is definitely important. And unless think of various organizations also. When the mobile industry came up, we used to use I think almost all of us used to use Nokia. But do you hear Nokia nowadays? So no, I don't. I think some of the newer people, the younger generation, will not know what Nokia is, because see, Apple, Samsung, they have kept up with the change. They have grown with times, and therefore it is important. Think of whether the photo industry. Kodak, we had when we were young, it was all Kodak. But do you hear Kodak now? It could not keep up with the times. So growth is definitely important, whether it is as an individual or when we talk in terms of Lions as a Lions Club or for organization. So, but for that, as Arunaji has very nicely covered up the entire topic in 10 minutes. She has almost covered what I was going to say. But just think, how do we grow? If we don't grow slowly, we will definitely go on. But the thing is, we have to think of change. Can you think of something which we have done for the first time, new? We go on repeating the same thing, but think of change. Think out of the box. Think something which we can do differently. From that is I think the way we have to take to grow forward. As I said, a flowing river will remain always fresh. What another thing? Think of a pond, then it will slowly decay, especially in our areas where the sun is too much, the water evaporates and the stagnant pond will develop and sometimes diminish. So the same, they have to think of it in the same way as far as our own organization is concerned and as far as even leadership. Think of Lions also. Unless if we are happy just where we are not going to go forward. So, as Arunaji also said, we have to go forward, take up leadership positions, think of different decisions. I think I have to congratulate many of you here who have taken up the this thing to train leaders and become LCIP. I think becoming LCP is one of the ways to go forward. So that is one of the ways of growth. Now I would like all of you to answer to this question. What do you think, in your opinion, growth means? We can have the answers on the chat box, and I'll like nagaRAJU sir to please help.
The answers are progress, consistency, learning,
Very good.
and
Progress.
again from Celino. learning from Antoine, and consistency is the answer from Misbun. Progress is the answer from NM Hegde. Development is the answer from Lions Club of Guti.
So what I would like to present is one is better and more modern thinking, which will definitely give rise what in for Alliance is for better service. We can do better service projects, create a better impact in the community, and of course, we can have better leadership and again better impact. This is what we are looking forward to when we talk of growth and in an organization like ours. Why does growth matter? I have covered most of the topics, but again, I would like the leaders here to respond to why does growth matter. If you can respond, again, nagaRAJU sir, to please help me.
Sure. Growth is a continuous process. The answer from Sharma. The question is, why does growth matter? To gain additional knowledge is the answer from Lions Club of Guti. To evolve is the answer from Misbun. And Arun Nigam says membership growth is essentially commendable, but while going for numerical growth, let's not compromise on quality. That's a suggestion. We are looking for a few more answers. If we don't grow, we die is Devendra's answer. New ideas from new members is Malli Babu's answer. To become better and efficient, we need growth is Reshma's answer. To bring in changes from Avanti Reddy.
I think we have got some excellent responses which have covered up almost what I was going to say. I think growth is important, that it keeps us relevant. So we have to continue to do what we are trying to do to serve the society. We are already the biggest and the best, probably the NGO in the world, we got the accolade in about 2 decades back, and let us keep it up. So unless we grow, we'll probably go out of sight. It will energize, growth will definitely energize our clubs, energize the clubs to do better, to grow on membership, to grow in service, and definitely then again grow in leadership also, create better leaders. So it helps us to expand our service, again going back to what we are here for, and creates for future leaders. So it is important that organizations, that we adapt to the fresh requirements of our modern age, like what we have seen with Apple. Why does Apple have to do their improve their product every year? In fact, you see, we have Apple iPhones coming up. iPhone 14 comes, then 15 comes, and 16 comes. You buy a new phone thinking 14 is the latest version, and within 6 months again there is a change. There is a change taking place, and a new model has come up with fresh ideas, with fresh beautiful cameras, with other loaded with various other things. I think I saw a nice memo a few days back showing that a phone has replaced almost everything what we used to use previously. So similarly, again, if as an organization, we have to continuously learn, adapt to the changes what are going to take place. Like few days back, we did not even think of meeting on Zoom. So I would like to congratulate again, once again, nagaRAJU sir to come up with this brilliant idea of keeping these LCIP sessions for on Zoom. So this is the way we have to grow forward. What are the areas where Lions must work? Again, I would like our audience to please respond if what they feel that areas where the Lions can grow. In short.
Yeah, the first answer is from Lions Club of Guti, upgradation of the technology and services. And leadership is Avanti Reddy's answer.
Definitely, yes.
Membership,
I would
of
like
course,
to
from Ashok
divide this
Mistry.
into one as personal growth as a Lion.
Yeah.
Second thing is growth as a club. And of course, growth in the services which we do to the society. And of course, growth in the leadership. Let us take it one by one. Personal growth. First of all, I think we should improve our attitudes, have a good attitude, be humble, I think we can just see at Lion Arunaji being the biggest donor in LCIF, but still she is humble enough to come at a single call. So improvement of attitude is definitely important. Second most important thing for personal growth is improve communication. Get in touch with the newer as ways of communicating. If some of us senior lions would like to still go back into the older stage and think that probably the various social media things which are available are not, we cannot use it. But it's easy to learn. If we learn, I think you can definitely pick up what is important for us, and definitely that is a growth. Improve in discipline, and I think that is one of the most important things for us lions, and improve in the emotional intelligence. This is the way we can take our ourselves personally as a lion to grow forward, and then take up different positions up the leadership skill. Coming to club growth again, now I would request all the audience to respond to how they could feel as their clubs can grow.
There was an answer from Sheila about the earlier question. Experience teaches us to edit ourselves and grow. And coming to the current question, Lions Club of Guti says should be united with everyone. And Avanti says very much essential by adding more members. More and more engagement for everybody is the answer from Deepak Trivedi. And more service activities is from Malli Babu. And reach more beneficiaries is Mukundan. Retain present members and take new members from Devendra. Bring a new generation to the clubs is Antoine's answer.
Excellent.
Collaboration
I think
members and
once
quite a
again,
lot of other answers also.
once again they have covered up almost what all I have to say. But it is important that each club in our association grows. Definitely, with each club growing, the entire association will grow. One is, as we have always been saying, that have better meetings, stick to a perfect time schedule, make the meetings valuable for our members so that they come back and they'll go back with some value addition. It is important. Unless we go on the same pattern of meetings every time, prolonged meetings which are going on, then naturally the members hesitate to come forward. Have better, what is best to have better bonds among the members is to have a stronger fellowship. Get some fellowship events inside the meetings so that the bond is created among the members and they feel as if they belong to one family. Once they are belonging, that feeling of belonging comes to the club, naturally the feeling of leaving the club, they will give not only one two thoughts but three thoughts, maybe even they will never consider leaving the club. And that, of course, once you have better meetings, strong fellowship, will attract more and more people to join us for increasing our members, which is our main aim of our mission 1.5. And of course, as Arunaji also said, involve the youth. What we can do, the youth can do much better. They are much ahead of us in the various high tech things which have come, and if we involve them, we learn from them. That is, I think, one of the best ways to take our growth forward and improve them. Give them a chance. Unless, of course, we have people here, we say, nahi, humko to, we know everything. We don't want to learn new things. That will be the one of the biggest obstacles to growth. And now coming to service growth, how do we improve our service? First is have larger impact service projects. These service projects, once you have a create an impact, it will remain visible in the eyes of the society for a longer time. They will understand that lions are doing something creative. They are doing something which is important to help the society. Have a better planning in the service projects. One, the planning is better. Naturally, the effect or the impact of the service projects will be better. Have a greater visibility. That why Lions International is now harping on better marketing, better public relationship. Once you create a visibility, people will definitely be attracted, and that will be one of the ways to improve our membership. And what again Lions International is doing, getting into community partnerships, get involved with other NGOs, get involved with people who are doing similar work in the society and may not be aware of what Lions is. Especially in India also, we have so many things which are doing service in communities. They will not be aware. Once we have our greater visibility, we come in partnership with them, naturally they will be attracted to our association and will improve their member. Now comes the question is, what stops growth? I think again I would request the members in the audience to respond if what their idea is that what stops the growth of our organization.
The first answer is already here from Lions Club Guti, that he says ego. Ego stops growth.
Fantastic.
Comfort zone is from Antoine. And following the old traditional methods is Avanti's answer. And lack of new ideas is answer from Mukundan. Lack of new ideas. Improper communication is Hegade's answer. Disrespect to the new members perhaps is Misban's answer. Long meetings, Devendra's answer. Time barriers from Ravindra. Non-involvement of members, Malli Babu. Internal politics, Prabhakar. Dropping of members, Lakshmi Pataya. New ideas are needed. Disillusionment is Surendranath's answer. Involving of the new members, non-involvement, I think. This is Shiva Shankar Rao's answer. Rigid mindset is another answer. Yeah.
I think nagaRAJU sir, we have here an audience who knows almost, it is becoming a revision for me as well as for them. And I think they have covered up excellently what the points which I would like to say is that one is these are exact words which we have got back in the feedback. Some people want to stay in the comfort zone. They just don't want to get out of the comfort zone. ठीक है, it's going on. What is going on? Let it go on. We are happy. Everyone is happy. Why should we go ahead when we are happy? Why should we break our neck or break our head to go ahead? So definitely people want to stay in the comfort zone. Fear of change. What will others say? What will others think? What will our seniors think? We are always worried when we're thinking of any change. And of course, as it has been pointed out, ego. I think we have to get over our ego if we want to get forward. And again, same thing, resistance to new ideas. So these are the things which, and others, we had so many answers in the chat also, which let us make an attempt to overcome these factors one by one and see that we can take our organization forward and take our association forward. So as John Maxwell said, change is inevitable, but growth is optional. But again, if we can take change in a positive direction, then we can definitely grow. Let us take a simple formula for growth. Simple formula is we have to learn some new things, learn the new ideas, learn about new technical innovations which are coming, and just learning and try them. Again, don't get scared of using them. Try them. Try them. You may not succeed at the first attempt. I was not very good at using Zoom actually, but because of Lion nagaRAJU and getting uh, chances here to present on SkillUP, I've been becoming fairly better with Zoom. Try it, improve it, and definitely the more you repeat, the more you practice, the more you this thing, you will definitely improve and take up the new resolutions. So now we come to what is the role of role in growth for every lion. What should we think of if we want to our organization to grow? What each of us individually can do to help us grow an association? Of course, we have to bring in meta members. Let us see what our respected honorable audience have to say.
Yeah. So what is the role of every lion? Ready to change. Be ready to change is Avanti's answer. New ideas will help. Ready to change is the answer from, yeah. That's Selina's answer, yes. Not only learning, sir, also share with members also. That is Shiva Shankar's answer. Have open mindset. That is Ashok Mistri's answer. Innovation, Antoine's answer. Service above others from Mukundan. And Deepak Trivedi says, working towards the common goal. Involvement of everyone is the answer from Malli Babu. And Dinesh Puri says, to accept challenges. Dr. Anand Kumari says, ready to embrace the new lions, respect them. Lions Club of Guti says, explain clearly what the goal and vision of Lions is. Koti Reddy, service motto. Involving new members is the answer from Negde. Support everyone to achieve their goals is Hanumanlu's answer. Best service activities is the answer from Vinod Kumar. Spread the real meaning of friendship to serve better is from Carol. There are quite a few other answers also. Do you want me to read all?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the wonderful feedback. As I said, it's even better than what I will have to say. But what I would suggest is one way is you mentor someone. We know the role of, we have a special role of mentoring in Lions International. You can take someone who has just joined Lions, make him your mentee, mentor someone, teach him about Lionism, teach him about the basic facts of Lionism. There are so many in our organization, not these very august audience here, but so many Lions who do not know the full form of LIONS. So let us get the basic knowledge of Lionism to each and every Lion. Of course, we had here someone said to get fresh ideas, think out of the box, think of something which has never been done before, and each one of us should definitely try to improve one activity which we are doing in our club. Each one can just definitely we can make an attempt to improve one activity in our club, which each of us does one thing better. I think we will definitely be able to grow our clubs and in turn grow our association. So the call to action is, what one thing you will improve today, from today onwards, what you can improve. Think of it. I'll leave it to you to think about it, put it into action, so that if each of us does improvement in one thing, definitely the entire association will be able to take it forward. Looking forward to each of you definitely taking up the challenge to take our association forward. Looking forward to reaching what our international president says, mission 1.5 by the end of June 2027. So I would like to once again like to thank nagaRAJU sir for, I think I'm finished in almost in time, just a minute or so remaining. I would like to thank once again nagaRAJU sir for giving this opportunity to not only to meet but to all the LCIPs. We look forward to these presentations in a small whatever way we can do to help others and of course improve ourselves. Once again, thank you, our chief guest, past international director Lion Aruna ji, and this August audience here. I think you have responded very well to all my questions, and honor, a very learned audience we have here. And nagaRAJU sir, I will tell you that we are really today international today because I am giving this thing from, I'm in San Francisco. So right from the other end of the world. That's why I missed your message last evening. And I this thing, though when the program came up, I didn't know I would be in San Francisco, but I said, "Okay, let us try it from here. We'll not change." Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope I have tried to do my best, and thank you all for a very patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mudasi. That was a wonderful presentation. In fact, I did not know that you would make it so very general in nature. I somehow had a thought, a guess that it would be more confined to the lionistic growth, and that's why I did not forward the message to non-lion friends this time. Anyway, you have done a great job, and you've talked about why growth, and you've given lots of different reasons, and you've done wonderful eliciting. And I think our organization also rightly put, our organization also may perish in case we don't continuously grow. So growth is not a one-day job. Growth is an everyday job. And thank you very much for making all those points. Luckily, we have plenty of time today for questions and answers, and I'm sure you have many. Dr. Mudasir, maybe it's very late in the night or early in the morning. I don't know what time it is. It may be very early in the morning, but still, I'm sure he will stay back for some time to answer your questions. So your questions, you are invited to raise your virtual hand so that I can unmute you and you can ask your question. How do you distinguish growth from adaptability, Dr. Mudasir? Are they the same or are they different?
I'm sorry, how can you distinguish?
Growth and adaptability, are they the same or are they different? How are they different?
No, growth is adaptability is again depending on the various situations you are there. Your situation may change, and a way you adapt to a certain situation, I think, will definitely improve your ability to respond to any future whatever positions or whatever uh, things you may face, and that will definitely improve will help you to improve in your personal growth, definitely, when you are adaptable. So your
Thank
ability
you.
to adapt will definitely help you to grow both as an individual and, well, even in the club. Adaptability to a certain requirement which may come up in the community, definitely you can adapt and do that service project better. So I would say adaptability is definitely one of the stepping stones for growth.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Line Devendra, your question,
Yes,
please.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, good evening, sir. You again
Good evening.
very inspiring talk and new points also you have given. So one of the important things what I am asking is for growth, retention is how much important, sir, according to you? Retention of people. Because recently one survey was conducted, not recently, a few years back, that people are leaving because of ego problem, internal politics, and boring long meetings, and not sticking to the timings, etc., and etc. So, but none of these are taken care as on today. Politics is there at club level, at the multiple level, at the so I'm at different level. Sorry, I don't want to say, but every level it seems to be there, and that without insisting on the retention, how can we get to 1.5?
Very true, very true. I agree with you, Lan Devendra Reddy ji, because I think retention is definitely one of the important roles we have in growth as far as membership is concerned. And if we see that the thing, of course, retention is, if we look at what things we have a better club, get better fellowship in the club, better service projects in the club, and you have better involvement of the members and engagement of the members. I think that is the way to keep retention forward. And naturally, it works both ways. If you retain a member, he will bring in one or two or three or five more members. While if you lose a member, he may create, depending on what experience he has, he may create a negative impact also. So it is very important that we remain positive. We make each and every member feel positive, and we each member make feel proud that he's a member of a club. I think this has to be done more at the club level, and of course at the district level by involving all the clubs. So if we can get the member to be involved, engaged, and feel proud that he's a member of a club, I think that would be the best way to improve retention. Of course, part of the loss is natural because of transfer of members, or maybe some other natural causes may be there. But the way to go forward is to retain as much as possible, and that it is very important, especially for the new members. A new member, if a member remains, what everyone says, the member remains 3 years in a club, he's very less likely to leave the club because he gets involved. So it's like a small baby. When a baby is born, how much care the parents and the family have to take. Let him grow up to 3 years, and then it is much easier. So similarly, a new member, please take care of him, especially the sponsor has a very big responsibility. Get him involved in the various club projects, give him some responsibility. Let him, he may make a mistake. Everyone makes mistake. I make a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes, but you learn by mistakes. So give him the responsibility. And once he is given the responsibility, once he comes out successfully, there is a very good chance that he will remain a Lion member for long. Thank you, Lion, for the excellent question. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Mudassir, for that wonderful answer. I just would like to add a very quick addition to that, and then retention is maybe a another form of growth. So retention also helps us sustain the members, and because there are problems, it does not mean that we should not grow. Problems are bound to be there everywhere. Problems are another area altogether. Rabindra, do you have a question? Rabindra.
Thank you, nagaRAJU. My question is regarding the recruitment and retention. So you have told lots about the retention. So I used to call that recruitment is the front door and retention is the back door. So when we often focus on the front door recruitment, so what is the most effective back door for the retention strategy that you have seen that keeps members engaged after the initial excitement wears off?
Before Dr. Mudassir answers it,
I'm sorry,
I just would like to
just 1 minute. I lost,
reframe that. I mean, if growth
no,
is
no,
the
1
front
minute.
door,
Yeah, sorry.
retention is not the
I
back door.
just- I
Retention is
lost
the
the
room
question,
itself,
sorry.
the inside of the room. And member drops is the back door. Anyway, Mudassir, would you like to answer the question?
nagaRAJU sir, I'm sorry, I have not been able to hear the question at all.
Rabindra,
If
do
you
you like to
could
repeat
make
the
it little
last part
louder.
of your question?
Oh, okay. So now, in my opinion, the recruitment is the front door and retention is the back door. So I used to say
Okay.
that. So to keep the members engaged, so what are the strategies for this?
Yeah,
So
but you have to
member
close the back
retention
door.
strategies.
The most important strategy is you have to close the back door. So, or put a lock on that. And what I said is that how do you put a lock? You put a lock by engaging, as I already answered in the first question. You engage all the members, give them responsibilities. See what we see that in our clubs, the president, the secretary, and the treasurer does all the things, and the rest of the members, they come and just put a complaint. There's nothing happening in the club. There's no activity. So instead of that, let the president do the delegation of the duty. Let the committees which are formed. Committees are formed at the beginning of the year, but the committees don't work because they are not given the responsibility. Give the president and secretary should be like the leaders. They decide what to do and give the delegation to the committee members. Let the committee and the committee work on like suppose we have a peace poster, just an example, we have a peace poster painting competition which our club has been doing since last almost 40 years. So let the chairman take up the responsibility, do the whole project along with his team. Let the president should just supervise. President and the secretary should supervise. But what we see, unfortunately, is the president secretary do it well. The committee itself is not taking it. Once give the responsibility, and then the leadership should stay back and see that they complete the work. You can help them in doing the work, but let us not take their responsibility and do the work ourselves as the leaders. Thank you,
Dr.
Lion
Mudassir.
Ravindra, for the question. As I
Thank
said,
you.
we have
Thank
to
you for
put
that question. And
lock
thank
on
you
the
for that
back door.
answer.
Let's see how we do it.
So, in fact, we cannot do away with the back door completely. The back door must be there to throw away garbage. But I think the inside of the hall should be so very wonderful, so very pleasant that people must not think of leaving at all. When you go to a movie, for instance, I don't think anybody will leave the movie unless the movie is extremely boring, right? Yeah. Any other question, please?
I acknowledge the presence of our lead donor, Dr. Rajesh Kumar Agarwal. He's on his way to Dubai, but he told me he'll join for a few minutes, but he's been there for quite some time. Thank you, Rajesh ji.
Thank you, Rajesh ji. Ashok Mistry, do you have a question?
Yeah. First of all, congrats to Dr. Mudassir for the very good, excellent presentation. My question is very simple. Will the servant leadership in the club will help the growth of the club?
Yes, I think that is what I was a way of commenting on the committees taking forward. And I think servant leadership is most important, because if you show servant leadership, it is showing that the leaders, they are working along with the members of the club. They have that ego problem which is there will come down. There should be no ego in the leadership of the club. Whether it why club, why I'll talk about the district also. I think if as a district governor, if you have a servant leader as a district governor, naturally the entire district works with him. So servant leadership definitely helps in binding the team together and creating better results. Ashok is my guru, in fact, nagaRAJU sir.
Okay.
And
Wonderful.
so I was, when he raised his hand, I was a little
Ashok is a
what
tech
question
guru
is
to
going to come.
everybody.
Thank you, Ashok, for a very simple question, which I
Wow.
hope I have been able to do justice.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I think, is there anyone here attending this program today who has brought in 10 new members into your club or any other club? 10 new members during the current year, 25-26. Anyone here? 5 members? Raise your hand,
This year
please.
or over a period of time?
This year.
This year.
5 new members this year. Of course, I sponsored 5 members, but anybody else? Yeah, great. So Lions Club of Guti. Would you like to tell us what did you do? How did you manage to get those 5 members?
Explain. Hello everyone.
Yeah.
Good evening. Myself, Lion Nagu Pasha, President of Guti Club.
Yes, Pasha.
P1 Siju. Just we are bringing.
Oh, you have a problem with your signal. I think we can't hear you, Pasha. Sorry. I'm sure you are disconnected. I think.
We are bringing them to our service.
Sorry, we have lost you. Anybody else has brought in quite a lot of members, at least if not this year? In your career as a Lion, have you brought 20, 30, 40, 50 members? And what were the tools that you used to bring in those members? How did you grow or help your club grow? No stories? No success stories? I don't know if some of you may not be aware. I personally sponsored Lion members into more than 15 different clubs. Why I'm telling you is this, because many people are under the impression that we have to bring in members into our own clubs. No, we can add members into, we can sponsor members into any Lions club anywhere, any district, any part of the world. If you
I
know
think,
somebody,
nagaRAJU sir, we can have a few words from our chief guest. She's still there. I would like to thank
for that
Arunaji
after the
again.
questions are over. Yes,
She's still there. Yes.
sure. Yeah. So if everybody has finished, if the questions are over, we'll invite our chief guest to give her closing remarks. We have time for another 2 or 3 questions. Comments at least, if not questions. Ms. Ban, yes.
Yes, hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's so great to be here. PID Aruna Oswal, it was so amazing to spend time with you in Nairobi, Kenya. You're such a graceful guest and so humble at the same time.
Yes.
And such a great topic today. So my question is, this topic is about growth. So how do we get that organic growth? Like, when we talk about growth, people want to speed up and you want to have like 100 members in 1 month just to, fulfill the mission 1.5. And I read somewhere that said when you're speeding on a highway, you're not in control of the car is in control of you. So when you do things at a fast pace, it's not long lasting. It's also sometimes dangerous. Like even the organic food that today we eat, it is not, they try to genetically modify it so that it's faster and grows faster and bigger, but there is no nutrition value goes down. So how do we create that organic growth for our clubs? That's my question.
Yeah, excellent question, Lion Misbanji. I think I will compare it same like to a car itself. Say about 20 years back, or maybe for 40 years back, we had the slow cars which used to go slowly along the highway at a speed, say, of 30 or 40 kilometers per hour. And now we have better improved cars who go at a speed of 80, safe speed of 80. Of course, we have the people who can drive it at 100 and 120 also. But let us keep it, we should, I think, grow and keep in mind the Lion members we are inducting. Let us keep our, like, decide, like, we should induct members who are going to definitely stay with the association, members who have the inner feeling to do service to the society. And of course, we have members who are already established themselves in the community as good leaders and as good service oriented individuals. If we stick to this basic principles, I think the members we induct will definitely stay in our association for a long time. We can go at a higher speed by trying to involve more members, more, approach more members. We have seen in a say in a like city of Mumbai, where the population is almost 10 to 12 lakhs. I think definitely there will be a good majority who will fit in this category. But have we approached them? I think we have probably not approached them. They are still in their own world. Let them know what Lions are. Let them know what service projects we are doing. Let them know that how we involve ourselves in serving the community. The need is immense. Just outside Mumbai, we have so much need. We can definitely, once we get the people in aware of the need for them to join Lions, I think they will definitely join us, and then they will stay with us.
Thank you, Dr. Mudassir.
Thank you again. Thank you,
Answer
Ms. for the good
Ms.
question.
from a slightly different angle, I would like to make an appeal to our chief guest, PID Arunaji, that one of the suggestions that I have in this regard is to disincentivize membership growth. So as long as there are incentives, medals, and cash recognitions, returns, etc., growth will be driven by the incentives themselves. If there are incentives, they must be given after the members have retained for maybe at least a year. There should not be any incident. If you bring 10 members, you'll immediately get some incentive. So if we stop this, perhaps growth will be more organic. We have just two more questions. Hiren, do you have a question? The last two questions. Hiren?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we are talking about the membership growth, and what I notice, the life membership for Lions is not that easy. The conditions, terms are very, stubborn, which by any member cannot easily become a life member. And I don't know the ratio of the Lions International, how many members we have as a life member.
Very, very small.
And life member is one of the best way to retain the member. Once member is a life member, he will there till he die. So by doing that, we have some stable membership. And I have some suggestions also we'll put on the message box. But we have to consider life membership, review the life membership, and that only at an international level the leadership can do.
Thank you,
Yes,
Hiren. Dr. Mudassir, I can answer that question because
Yeah,
I
please go ahead,
personally
sir.
worked on it. Over the last 4 years, I've been continuously corresponding with the membership department, with the international presidents, and I've given personally many, many suggestions, including that life membership can be on the first day itself. When a member joins a Lions Club, he can have two options: either pay annual fees and become a regular member, or right on the first day pay $2,000, $1,500, whatever, and you become a life member. This 20 years condition does not sound any logical. Luckily, to inform you and to update you, the latest board meeting at the international has taken up my suggestion for discussion, and it's going to come up as a part of the agenda for the next board meeting in the month of July. And let's hope that something good is going to happen. Surendranath, last question from you. Surendranath?
Good evening, everybody. This is an indirect observation which affects the growth. Our international dues keep on increasing. The US dollar is escalating. On top of it, there is an 18% GST which is being charged. Now, what happens? The old members for 5 years or more, they know what they are in for. They continue the membership. But when new members are taken, and one of the observations I borrow from like nagaRAJU, that these new members over the last few years have been brought in for the sake of the reward, either the president's certificate or special recognition by GAC or at multiple. So these people are brought in a hurry and they may not know what they are in for over the next few years. And with the escalating subscription, some of them may drop out, which ultimately will affect the growth.
I think good. I think I agree with Lion Suranath. Definitely, the increase dues probably makes it difficult for us to get members. But if you compare it with the natural inflation which has occurred over the years, if you think of, say, 20 years back, what was the cost of petrol and what is the cost of petrol now, or 20 years, what was the living condition, I think is almost the same, if not better, I would say. So definitely with time, the cost is going to go up. And if you explain to the new members that what this international dues is used for, I think we can definitely explain it well, that what the international dues is made for, and we can definitely convince them. Because the international dues, what I think the board must be taking a decision, must be taking it with everything in, they must be taking everything into consideration and then coming up with this increase. It must be required, and that we, of course, at our level cannot change. Probably at the international level they can change, but they must have thought definitely that, and what is the expenses, what various things which they are giving to us Lions in exchange for the international dues. It is up to us to take advantage of these. So that is, I would say, like, let us think that like if you go to LLC, the other the LLC courses, if you go to the market, it will be much more expensive. Where we get it free. This is again in compensation for the dues which we are paying. So I think we have to understand that what we are getting in exchange for the dues, that is important, and convince the members that they let us take advantage of the dues which we are paying.
Thank you, Dr. Mudassi. That's all the time we have for questions discussion. I now invite our chief guest, Dr. Arunaji, again to give her closing remarks.
Thank you, nagaRAJU ji and Mudassir ji, because I was staying a longer period for whole. Why I wanted to stay for this SkillUP webinar, because very interesting topic was there. And if we are all talking about the growth of membership, I was always of the opinion quality membership and retention. This already we have discussed with this. And somebody was telling now that how we can retain the members. I remember when I was a board appointee with PIP Barry Palmer. So he called us the last meeting, all the 6 board appointees. At that time, India exam area had gone down very badly in the membership in 2013. So he was very upset, why it has gone down so much like that in his year. So I just gave one suggestion. He asked, give any suggestion how we can retain the members. In 2013, I told Barry Palmer, if we can make a member stay for 1 year, 1 day without any reward or award, then you will see the difference. But problem is that nowadays, what is happening? Somebody is making 100 members, immediately pins are coming, medals are coming. They are getting the medals and then members are gone. This is very hard fact to, I'm talking very hard facts. I shouldn't talk about it, but I'm just, because it hurts me also sometimes. It hurts me, and all the Lions are also, it is hurting everybody. Why we are doing it? For the sake of just fees. 1 year they are giving the fees, then they are going back. 6 months, they are going back. I mean, let us go for retention. Good members are leaving. We need to understand that. We can't leave because we are now too much into it. We are deep into Lionism now. We love it. We want to be with our Lion friends and all. But if you talk about the new generation, young people, if I talk to them, what you are doing, just going there, long meetings, so many things we have to improve. We need to improve. These are hard facts I'm telling you today. But even then, I'm very proud to be a Lion, because with Lions, joining Lionism only, we could be able to do a lot of good things. Serve the society, making good friends, and we are learning so much from each other. So I think this topic is very, very good, but it has a long way to go. In one session, it is not going to be filled up. nagaRAJU ji. We need to have more discussions on this but I must appreciate you took the topic and Dr. Mudassir has given justice to it. Real justice he has given to this topic, and the question answer also were very, very convincing. But I always, I am also very much feeling about this membership, when it falls down. Even it hurts me also. I think it hurts every lion who are real lion, sincere lion. They want to be lion. They want to do some good. So I think we need to look at that, and hopefully we'll grow for sure. And the way you are telling that we need to close the back door, not full, but maybe half the back door we can close, half we can open it, so that some member can come and some can go. So we can have the balance. Balance will be the same. Like balance sheet should be the same, whether it comes or goes. So I think that is a good way of doing it. And thank you for the opportunity again giving me. This session was wonderful. It was a learning experience for me also. That's why I was staying till long, because I wanted to know how we can grow, how we can do, because some lions asked me also so many questions. And I've learned so much from Mudassir and each one of you. Thank you so much. And let us have a great good night, and nice to meet all of you. Thank you. All the best. Namaskar.
Thank you, Chief
Arunaji.
Guest Arunaji. Thank you very much. So we have one more episode of SkillUP on the 28th of this month, exactly 14 days from today, and 2 Thursdays later. So on 28th May, we have Deepak Trivedi, a dear friend of mine, who is going to talk about decision making. And not ordinary decision making under pressure. When we are working under pressure, how our decision making gets affected. So I invite Deepak Trivedi to please propose a formal vote of thanks for the day, and also invite us to his presentation the next fortnight. Deepak.
Thank you, nagaRAJU ji. Thank you. Good evening, friends. First of all, I would like to thank our philanthropic leader, PID Arunaji. After a long time, I got the opportunity to hear her. And Arunaji, when you speak from your heart. So every word bore the importance, and it was wonderful. Everything you, without mincing words, you clearly told about everything, whether it is membership or service or whatever. Thank you, Arunaji. Thank you for motivating us. Dr. Mudassir ji, you were also wonderful. It's a great opportunity to thank you from Vietnam city to a person sitting in San Francisco and the person organizing in Hyderabad. Great. Mudassir ji, your points were really wonderful, and actually it is the root of the thing. And one more thing, of course, this is what of thanks, but I'm just adding that I think new member orientation and SkillUP, these are two things if international has done wonderfully, but if it is followed in right spirit, I mean in the spirit, then it will definitely help improve the clubs. That's what my personal viewpoint. I also thank nagaRAJU ji for giving such opportunities. This is, I think, the fourth session that this is the third presentation that I'll be doing next week. And it is all because of your hard work that we are getting these opportunities. Thank you once again, nagaRAJU ji, for your wonderful, this coordination and organizing capabilities. I always adore nagaRAJU ji. Whenever we get the opportunity, I always get to learn something from him. Thank you. I also thank all the participants, including Dr. Rajesh Agarwal ji, for attending and their live participation in this session, because all question answers and the comments and everything meant, it was all meaningful all the time. Not a single moment was something where we got, irrelevant. We are all relevant. And last but not the least, next session, we are going to brainstorm on decision making under pressure. Friends, it is, very easy to answer KBC questions sitting or in our drawing room, in our comfort. But when we are under pressure on hot seat, with Amitabh Bachchan in front of us, I mean, it's the scenario is different, So we'll be taking case studies, and we'll do a lot of brainstorming on how the decision making under pressure can be effectively done, because there are techniques available, and we can definitely train our minds to take right decisions under pressure in a very, very short time. So I invite all of you to be there on 28th or 29th. I think it is 29th, nagaRAJU, right?
28th.
28th April at 9 o'clock in the evening. And we all will have a good time. That much I can assure you. Thank you.
Deepak.
Thank you very much. And have a good night. nagaRAJU, thank you once again.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night
Thank you,
to you
Deepak
too.
ji. Thanks a lot. I thank Lion Satish Kumar also for explaining to us what LCIF is. Before I close the meeting, I just would like to clarify. Somebody asked me, sent me a message saying why this 70-second slot is blank here. Actually, LCIP Balbir has to make a presentation. He was not well. And he fell sick last time when I spoke to him. He was in ICU, I think. And after that, there has been no communication for him. So I've kept it blank. If necessary, if possible, and if convenient, I may make that presentation on 25th June. In case you have any suggestions for my topic.
It'll be wonderful if you do it.
Yeah. So any one of you, you can write to me. You can send me your suggestion about a topic that you think would be appropriate to close this third series of SkillUP. So this is my mobile number, 9866411211. You can send me a message. And also you can join this group in case you want to receive the future notifications about the program. This episode ends here. Thank you very much once again for joining us this evening. And I'll keep this window open for another 5 minutes and allow you to unmute yourselves in case you wish to greet each other or maybe say anything relevant either to the topic or to Lionism for another 5